Are you feeling a lot of anxiety around world events? Are the global issues and crises that are cropping up really causing you to feel a lot of stress? And do you feel like you have no idea how you can actively respond to both those global crises, but any potential crisis that's coming your way? Well, today I'm going to show you a really practical thing you can do, which is build your pantry. I'm going to show you how I'm building mine, give you some ideas for how you can build yours. Remember, it's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about taking the first step. My very first pantry preparedness tip I want to lay out is to only buy stuff you eat. We eat cabbage. If you don't eat cabbage, don't buy cabbage. We eat beans. If you don't eat beans, don't buy beans. Whenever you begin the work of building your pantry, always buy stuff you eat. Everything I'm going to show you in this Aldi haul is going to be stuff we actually eat. So your very first foundational piece of building that pantry is absolutely only buying stuff you already eat. Hey friends, if you're new here, my name is Brecky and this is Sustainable Prepping, where we empower through preparedness. I'm going to be taking you along and showing you my most recent Aldi haul and talking about how you can be prepared in little ways. Preparedness doesn't have to mean gas masks and underground bunkers. It can mean a working pantry, it can mean community collaboration, and it can mean sustainable systems that are going to help you thrive. So let's jump right in. Okay friends, we are going to look at my pantry restock along with some fresh stuff real fast so I can show you it doesn't have to take a lot of money to begin to build that first tier preparedness pantry. So this is all from Aldi. If you saw my video, my reel over on Instagram, this is everything that was in that shopping cart for $110. Starting with some olive oil spray. We use this in cooking. Sometimes we go to Trader Joe's, sometimes we go to Aldi, right? Just some basic spray. I am almost out of one, so that will be the one that we replace the used one with, and then we have one backup. Then I have some of these kidney beans. We love chili, and if you have a friend that, or yourself, you're a hunter, venison chili, man, with home canned venison is absolutely fantastic on a cold night. So we have 4 of these cans of kidney beans. We also got 6 cans of cannellini beans, and we really love beans and greens. Cannellini beans is one of the favorites for one of my 4-year-olds. She loves them, so we really wanted to stock up. I do have some home canned ones, but we're running low, and these were about 75 cents a can, which is a pretty decent price where I am. Then we got into fruit. Now, these are proteins, right? Beans and rice are a complete protein. Beans and corn can be a complete protein. So these are a protein source. These are a fruit source. And one of the things when you're planning your pantry, you want to make sure you have something like fruit where you can be getting things like vitamin C, right? Your different vitamins that don't come from these. So you want to have a variety of fruits and veggies. I don't like canned veggies, so canned fruit is our way of doing that. We have 4 cans of these peaches. These peaches are in juice, not in syrup, which we prefer. These were, I believe, like $1.10, and that was cheaper than the Dollar Tree, which is $1.25, which is pretty great. Pears, these were $1.45 at my local Walmart, which is the cheapest place I can find them so far. They were $1.48, so now Aldi has superseded Walmart. And they are in juice. At the Dollar Tree, where they were $1.25, they only had them in heavy syrup, which we do not like. So got 4 of each of those. As you can see, one is already missing. This is the day after the haul, so one got cracked open for dinner last night. Just 2 cans of diced tomatoes because I knew I had some backup, but I wanted to add a little bit of extra. Again, they were about 75 cents a can. And then 2 jars of different tomato sauces. Here, I believe these were $2 a jar, which is pretty good for us. And we just use this for any kind of pasta, and I dress it up. I add extra flavors. I will say I think these are pretty plain in flavor, so you're going to want to add a little extra kick of oregano and basil and other flavors, but they're a good base. A few little things that I got. This actually is more of a working pantry. I'm going to be using this right away. We have a ton of oats. I don't want them to go bad, so I'll be making oatmeal bars, like homemade granola bar kind of deals, but they can't have peanut butter at my kids' school. So we're going to be using almond butter. So that's for a cooking project, but these are going on the pantry shelves. Raspberry and strawberry. I did not make any of my own homemade jams this year because of the move. And frankly, it was costly to buy the produce. We aren't growing any. So this is a cheaper option for us. And we have replenished our stock since our move. An extra thing of Dijon. This is our favorite kind of mustard. So just slowly adding to the pantry. We only had one because we cracked open one. So I always like to have a couple on the shelves. Moving over here, Applesauce, we do use applesauce packets for lunches, but we use applesauce for dinner. We love applesauce. You can bake with applesauce as an egg replacer. So it's a great versatile thing to have. And just every week or so, I'm gonna be adding 1 jar of applesauce. You don't have to do it all at once. We got 3 bottles of apple juice. At my local Walmart, the cheapest organic apple juice is $3.12. This was, I believe, like $2.78 a bottle. So I got 3. I wasn't intending to get 3, but I got 3 because the price was so good. Don't want to forget the instant rice back here. I don't use it a lot. I'm not a huge fan. However, I believe this was like $1, maybe $1.50 for this big box of instant rice, and you use less water with this parboiled rice. This rice has already been partially cooked. You can cook it with less water. I'll be repackaging that up. It's gonna be going in my mid-tier pantry, okay? Because it takes less water to cook, which is useful. Now this is my stuff I'm going to be using immediately. So all of this is really for the pantry. It's gonna sit on my shelves until I need it, could be there for a couple of months. This is gonna be used pretty quickly. As you can see, last night we got into the dino nuggets for dinner. We've already opened our ice cream and our hot cocoa and our fruit snacks. So these were kind of my treats that we got at Aldi. Aldi's got the greatest treats. But let me show you a couple other things. I got 2 bags of organic mixed vegetables. I don't remember the price exactly, but these are pretty decent compared to Walmart, which is my standard for like items, right? I'm comparing organic to organic and such. One of the things I will do is as I clean out my freezer, we have a quarter cow coming in about a month. I'm gonna be taking all of the older bags of vegetables I haven't used and dehydrating them and only keeping these fresher bags. So I'm rotating through. Then I've got 1 bag of French fries. I love having potatoes in the freezer. It's super easy, also very calorie dense if you need it as a good base. It's a nice change from rice. So I keep these in the freezer. I got another thing of chicken nuggets. I have a 4-year-old who's very picky and she's just decided that she likes chicken nuggets. So we did dino nuggets last night, which were a hit. We've got regular chicken nuggets that she likes, ice cream for the family because vanilla's our fave, hot cocoa for my teenage boys because they don't drink coffee. This is their favorite special warm drink. Bananas for the kids. My teenage boys like to do what I call a deconstructed pizza snack where they eat string cheese and pepperoni. I don't know, they invented it and they love it. So we had plenty of string cheese, we got more pepperoni. They had a good price on these little baby potatoes, so we'll be doing a special dinner with that tomorrow. I think we might have a roast. This butternut squash, I don't have a plan for it, but it was a really great price, along with the cabbage was a super great price. And these have a really long shelf life. This will go in the fridge for us just to prolong the shelf life, but this can sit out for like months if I keep it in a good location. So it is sort of pantry. And then onions, we were out of onions. So all of what you're seeing here, right? All of what you're seeing here, and a kombucha that I drank, which I already have discarded, all of this was $110. There was a time when I used to be able to get all of this for like $70 or less, but prices have gone up. The thing you need to remember is you don't have to do all of this at one time. You can take your time as you build your food storage. All right, I realized as I was putting away the frozen stuff because it was beginning to melt, I forgot to grab 2 things of mozzarella and 1 thing of cottage cheese. So that goes with my working pantry. I'm gonna be making lasagna soon. There you have it, friends. That is my pantry haul. It was just about $110 at my local Aldi, and I live in the central part of North Carolina. I would love to know what you're putting in your preparedness pantries. Remember that you don't have to start and do everything all at once. This is a journey, and you are going to be building your pantry as you go. This doesn't have to be perfect, and every little bit is going to give you further along. Remember, this is not about hoarding. I want you to know that this is not about your anxiety causing you to hoard resources. Rather, this is about a strategic plan to have a stocked pantry so that when, not if, a crisis occurs, you, A, don't have to become a victim to the circumstances around you. B, you are in a position to not use the other resources that might come into the area. You won't have to depend on external aid because you're set. So that aid can go to those most in need. And C, you'll be able to lead because you will have everything you need. You'll be able to stay in a calm space and you'll be able to lead the people around you and hopefully de-escalate a potentially serious situation. I know it doesn't seem like when you buy rice, beans, pasta sauce, some backup cooking oil that you're doing all of that. but in fact you are. You are preparing for that crisis so that you can be in a position of empowerment and you can be in a position of calm. I hope this encourages you and gives you some great ideas. Comment down below and let me know what you're going to be adding to your pantry this week and how you're going to be building it little by little. I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you want to learn more, there is going to be a great video here all about my 3-tier food storage system to help you understand why I have a working pantry, why I have a mid-tier pantry, and why I have a long-term pantry. All of that will be right there if you're interested. Come and follow me over on Instagram at sustainable_prepping. And until the next video, y'all, happy prepping.